happened we were sharing a taxi. It was a rainy day. Of course, at first, we both were formal, but soon we veered around to normal. And then we sort of spent the day in the taxi. It was a rainy day. What I sought long in vain I had caught in the rain that day. My day. As we wove through the crowd and she drove every cloud away. Away. I took her home, but not to her home. She felt at once as if she were home. And we went on where we left off in the taxi. It was a rainy day.
Radio Dismuke is a listener-supported service of early 1900s music preservation, a nonprofit organization devoted to bringing the great forgotten music of the past to the attention of new and appreciative modern audiences. If you enjoy the music we present and value the work that we do, please consider giving us...
Friends, Romans,
your contribution will not only ensure that...
lend me your ears.
...your own enjoyment, you will also be passing on a...
I have come to berry season.
You will discover this wonderful music for the first time as a result of our efforts. For more information...
Again, my thespian practices. I hope you enjoy.
www.early1900s.org. That's
Again, from the words by the immortal bard, William Shakespeare. Anyway, Sweet Adele is my goal for this evening is to get the skin tones finished on the face, and to be honest, I had a little bit of mystery. The colors that he used to do that in oil paint are slightly different than they are in acrylic paint. I had to go get the right color. Actually, I had the color. I just didn't realize that was a color that had to be used. That's the first time for me that I have found that. But again, you're talking about a Clint. So there might be 1,000 paintings that you do before you ever run into a problem like that. But honestly, it's the first time I have ever run into that. And last night I was slightly confused because I could not understand why I was not getting the color until I finally just said, "Oh well." And I did finally match the color. But the problem is that it was a compound mix of color. And what happened was that I found that when I applied it, as I glazed the color down, the color kind of fell apart from all the component parts, I would guess. So it was a little confusing, I must admit. But that said, I used the trusty internet to find out acrylic mix this color. What does it mix in acrylic? And this, lo and behold, it was a little bit different. And again, I gotta tell you, I've never ever run into that before that I could ever remember. But again, you know, there's always something. That's why it's called art. I think in ancient Sumerian, the translation for "there's always something" is art. But anyway, that said, it was simply very unusual. What I'm going to say to you is very, very unusual. And I know I'm sounding like I'm going on and on about it, but it's just that it's something that I haven't run into, frankly. Now, it could be a number of things. It could be the Liquitex paint doesn't mix in acrylic to get that color. It could be the Liquitex and Winsor Newton paint, professional paint, doesn't mix very well for that color. Or the color I mixed up and it fell apart. I mean, it didn't glaze down. But now, saying that, I haven't tried the mixture I found on the internet, so I still might be in the same problem. I don't know. I might be. Now, what I've done is I've raised the canvas on more of a viewing angle for myself. It doesn't really affect your angle. Well, it doesn't affect your angle at all, as I'm working on the face. But to let you know that it's on a bit of a rise, I'll just show you here. You see the angle the paint's on? That's the angle that the canvas is on. So, interesting. And although it's Friday the 13th, small commission came in today, which is always good. And all in all, it was a bloody good day, bloody good. I'm just getting into my zone now, my painting zone. And another thing, I found after 2 hours and a bit, my vision started to get a little bit blurry. 2 hours, almost 2.5, 2.75 hours, would just get a little bit blurry. And I kept going, that's weird. And I then obviously realized what it was. It's these art lights. I have 2 of them, which are art lights, daylight, and when they're in your eyes, with a halogen light behind me for the camera, well, it's like being in the bright sunlight for 4 hours, and that's what was causing it. So I'm looking at the art lights, which are portable, and they're small, but they're extremely powerful lights. And for some unknown reason, I was trying to show I was trying to show some of the color on the girl with the girl with the red hat by Vermeer that I did. And I discovered that if I just turned them towards the monitors, that the monitors reflect the light back onto the picture. I wasn't looking at any glare at all, or any bright light. It's being reflected. Pardon me. And it's a revelation. No glare at all. Now, to say I'm a bright boy would be misnomer. Mainly because this is staring me in the face for since last year. The solution was turning them towards the monitors. I have a monitor on my left and a monitor on my right. And so consequently, it just shows you. Like, stupido. Anyway, we're continuing with Adele Flower by Gustav Klimt. And I'm ready to roll. I am ready to roll. So we'll try out this internet mixture here. Da, 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 da. Well, here goes. Definitely being overpowered by the blue, by the ultramarine. I'm gonna try some more alizarin. Alizarin crimson, don't you know? Again, I find that I need to add some more blue. As is with all recipes you get for color, they don't tell you how much. You're gonna have to guess. Back to that. God. Oh my God. It's looking good. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. God damn it, it's working. Yes, you know what? Is working. Damn. Let's see. Yeah, I had the same color last night, but there's only two colors with transparent weight in this, so I'm thinking what'll happen is it won't break down so badly. Which is exactly what I want. I don't want it to break down. Nice and light too. Nice light tone. Decided to hit it with a hammer. A little bit too much weight in that one. Well, I am impressed. Got it. Let's send them a thank you. I'll tell you. I gotta be honest with you. There isn't much. There isn't much that really. Oh no! Don't. Excuse me. Oh, I see what. Right the pep. Ah! Blows you, mother. Anyway. A little bit of extender in there. Oh, nice. Bloody hell. I am impressed. I've got to tell you. I must say, I'm a little impressed. Look at that. Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've got it. I've got it, by Jove. I've got it. I think from listening to Kit Kubota, I picked up an Indian accent, so if you hear it coming out of me once a bit tonight, you'll know why. If you don't know who Kit Boga is, he's a guy on Twitch. Phones those scam artists, who phone you about IRS or credit cards or your computer's locked down, and they phone you and they give you a bunch of wrong information so they can get into your computer and they can steal stuff and that kind of stuff.
Why is it that you act?
And his game is he tries to keep them on the phone for as long as humanly possible, with the idea being that the longer he keeps them on the phone, they won't phone anybody else. And it's absolutely hilarious. The stuff the guy does, honestly. It is so funny. I think the longest he's ever kept somebody on the phone is 4 hours or something. But, oh my God, it's just unbelievable.
I got the time and the place and the place and the time I know. I got a bench and a park and a park and a bench and oh. Other pairs, they're making cake. But look at me, I'm just going to waste. So, oh, do something. Summer night, stars galore. Oh, tell me, what are we waiting for, huh? Oh, come on, honey. Oh, come on. Something. It's been told and explained that nothing tried is nothing gained. So, oh, do something. Got a hug and a kiss and a kiss and a hug or two. I want to give some away, and I'm going to give some away to you. Sitting round, oh, it seems so dumb. And look at me, I'm just getting numb. So, do something. Just we two, and I feel so ba-ba-ba-doo-lo. Oh, do
Please, I said. I'll say anything except please. Holy moly, come on now. I know it's Friday the 13th, but take it easy. Alrighty. My friend Art Galaxy Tech was over today, and he was doing a few adjustments. Anyway, he gave me the best laugh of the day. He came in and and he left me a note on the computer, like not on the computer, but on right in front of where on top of the canvas. It said, "Turn on the mic." I don't know why I've been sort of like I've been remiss, so I'm forgetting something, right? So anyway, I'm still laughing. I took one look, and I'm still laughing. Yes, 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 yes. Anyway, funny. Hit my funny bone because it's something that's been happening, and I don't know what's going through my mind, but you know, before I start, there's like a setup, and the setup is the last thing in the setup is turn on the mic, and I keep forgetting to turn on the mic. Anyway. So I've had big plans for tonight to get this to a certain stage, because I really want to get to the eyes and I want the poor girl looking at me. My God Almighty! I mean, but this mixture really worked, and I'm getting the kind of color I'm looking for. So I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy. And anyway, I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. So I'm drafting an open letter to Mark Zuckerberg. I'm going to paste on Facebook.
Keep young and beautiful. It's your duty to be beautiful. Keep young and
And
if you want to be loved, don't fail to.
It's basically a farewell letter. I don't mean that I'm going to kill my Facebook account or anything. Well, mind you, maybe it will be after the letter. I don't know. But it's basically saying, buddy, you had a good run, but it's over. The jig's up. You're cooked. And I've been thinking a lot about it, to be honest with you. And one of the reasons I've been thinking about it is I think when this is written about 20 years from now, or who knows, you know, in the future sometime, it's going to be looked at as a very unusual time. And I say that because I think we're on what they call a pivot, historical pivot. And pivots are really interesting because it means things are about to change. And I don't think that the Facebook Russian thing with the election in the States is really what's going to drive it, to be honest with you. I don't think that is really the overriding thing that's going to cause the pivot. What I think is going to cause the pivot is what happened in Britain. I think they're really going to change the entire way this company does business and is run. And I think what's going to happen, frankly, is they're just going to break the company up. And the firewall is going to be, they'll operate inside a country, but as soon as somebody from outside the country starts doing, trying to post, etc., like an eBay is set up and whatnot, similar, that you'll see red flags go up like a firewall. And I think that's what's going to happen. Because I think basically what I'm seeing is the politicians have finally come to figure out that, man, we've been had, and the British especially, with the Brexit thing, to the point where they have to go to they literally have to figure a way to go to the population and say, you've been had, and we can't allow things to go forward based upon false information. Now, I'll give you for instance. One of the things that went around like wildfire when Brexit was going on, which was if you're not familiar with that, and you don't follow anything like that, you wouldn't have to be, but it was the vote in Britain to get out of the European Common Market and go their own way. And the vote was very close. But it wasn't until later they found out that just how much interference had gone on by false information. And one of the examples I'll give is that there was a rumor, hell, I even heard this in Belize, if you can believe it, when they were doing it, is that so much of there was like $185 million or something a day left Great Britain to go to the common market. And this became like especially for people who are a little bit older, like, oh my God, we're subsidizing the Europeans. I mean, this is crazy. We don't need this. I mean, what are we getting for it? And on and on and on, that kind of thing. And the truth of the matter was, it wasn't that at all. And this rumor would not stop. It just kept getting perpetrated, and all over the internet, mostly through Facebook, social media, and they didn't realize it had an external source. So the consequence of this was that people never heard, though, that $185 million went out, but $190 million came in a day. They forgot the came in part. So people only heard the negative. Well, people were based decisions upon hearing negative information. You can't have that because they're being lied to. And that's just one small example. There's lots. But I think that the machinery is kind of in place to stop this from happening again. Just a question of pulling the trigger. And I think I mentioned the other night that it's not historically that unusual. And the reason I say that is it happened with AT&T in the U.S. Years ago when they found out that one company was controlling all the radio, television, and telecommunications in the country. And so there's historical precedent for it. And And what they did is they broke up AT&T, the government, and made it into a whole bunch of smaller companies based upon competition. And believe it or not, the canary, Lindsey Graham, hit the nail on the head for once with one of his questions yesterday. And he said, who's your competition? Well, they haven't got any. You see why it's important? They haven't got any competition. And that's the problem. I mean, if you don't use Facebook, who do you use? I mean, they don't mention Russia, obviously. Russia has VK, which is a large organization for Russians and Russian-speaking people. But in the English-speaking world, or mostly, I guess, in the U.S., Europe, or wherever, it's Facebook. And I guess you can see now why the Chinese won't allow it in the country. When I first heard that, I went, oh yeah, communist censorship. Well, they obviously had all this figured out, so power to them. From an international perspective, so the letter I'm writing is basically, been nice, smart, you had a great run, you're a smart kid, but it's over. It's over. And, let's face it, he's not walking away a pauper. He's going to walk away still a multi-billionaire. So, it's not the end of the world. He doesn't seem to be an egomaniac, so it shouldn't affect him that much. And I hope it doesn't, because I don't think any of them knew what they had, what they were dealing with, what it would turn into. I think it caught them all by surprise. They were doing the normal company thing, like, let's turn this into the most profit we can. What they didn't realize is that other people realized it was a propaganda tool like has never been used before. And that realization didn't happen till after the fact. So, in a sense, there's nobody really to blame. It just kind of happened. And it's unfortunate, but Facebook is. I mean, needless to say, there'll be the usual death knells. Proclamations that this is not. No, we're fine. This won't happen. No, not worry. No. Worry. Dealt with before. Not new. By any stretch of them. You've noticed too that I've changed brushes. Want a little more control that I'm going to be able to get with.
Dream rose, pretty gypsy dream rose, all the world knows
This brush.
dreaming, while the silver moon's beaming, I can see your face gleaming with love aglow. Love star, little gypsy love star, dear, where you are, I will wander too. Dream rose, pretty gypsy dream rose, I'm in love with you, only you, only you.
Now, see, what did we do last night? In the night. It seemed all right, it was right, very right. But was it quite? Don't. Now, I feel so gay. Very gay, so I can't help laughing. There are some things we still might do. Do-de-do, why don't you? Which I'll whisper to you. Now, you haven't told me half. Not a half. You make me laugh. You make me laugh. What did we do last night? What can we do?
Dun, dun. I'm going to be using some iron oxide as opposed to ochre. It's not quite intrusive.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the radio audience. This is Graham McNamee speaking. We bring you a period of delightful entertainment sponsored by Coca-Cola, that pure drink of natural flavors served 9 million times a day. A half hour devoted to popular music and unusual news of sports by Grant and Wright. We dedicate this program to the pause that refreshes. The pause that refreshes, as everybody knows, means to drop your cares for a minute, relax, and enjoy the life and sparkle you find in an ice-cold Coca-Cola.
Take all your troubles away.
Oh, it's so sweet, George. But I'm confessing, you got me guessing, sweet Georgia. I can't forget, Georgia. the day we met, Georgia, I had a feeling I would be falling for you. When I got to know you, I was gone. I don't have to tell you that you're my only one. I adore you. You got me hooked, Georgia. My goose is cooked, Georgia. Me, Georgia.
Oh, have you ever felt that way and say, oh, but it oh, have you ever felt that way? Oh, life is so displeasing, you don't know what to do. You ain't got nobody to put a do. But it put a that bit of do to that back. Oh, have you ever felt that way? Everybody in the cycle, please. Everybody in the cycle. Ah, ain't that lovely? Everybody.
Oh, my little praise.
No wiggling, no wiggling. Everybody now. Everybody get happy. Everybody get happy. Everybody. Spit, spit, spit. my heart, and I'm a fool. This silly, pretty thing, something new. I can't conceal the way I feel when I'm with you. I should be a coward, I should love and run, but I'm so overpowered, something must be done. So treat me sweetly, I'm completely gone.
That I quite right.
Cause I can feel that
Yes.
feeling coming on.
Ah.
I feel that foolish
Double check the other.
coming on. And I feel that
Oh, why that happened?
feeling coming
I don't know.
This pretty thing is something new, and I can't conceal the way my dog.
Yeah, it happens when you do a sketch. You'll find the weirdest things. Just your perception change just for a split second sometime. And later on when you get to that part, you go, what the hell? And it's because your eyes can fool you. You saw it happen to me when I did the girl with the pearl earring again. I looked and everything looked fine until I realized I hadn't done her collar. And how long had I looked in that painting? Hours and hours and hours. Made no difference. No difference at all. No difference. No matter how long I looked at it, still was. I hadn't done it. Just happened to look down. I mean, huh? What the hell's a collar? Well, on the bright side, I got something to talk about beside my King Tut story, which was the last time I remember that happened to me. And really why it happens is because when you're doing a painting like this, or as a matter of fact, well, any painting really, what happens is your perception get so used to the image that's in your head, like your head and your eyes sort of are one. And you simply stop seeing it. Like you file it away. That's kind of what happens. You file it away, and sometimes it doesn't come out of the filing cabinet. Oh, God.
Peanuts roasted today. If you're looking for a moral to this song, 50 million little monkeys can't be wrong.
Dun, 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 dun. No, she's not going to have purple eyebrows, I promise you. Just trying to get the shape in it. I painted it out.
If you haven't got bananas, don't be blue. Peanuts in a little bag are calling you. not toasted today. Freshly roasted today. If you're looking for a moral to this song, 50 million little monkeys can't be wrong.
You are listening to Radio Dismuke. RadioDismuke.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
I'll try to explain to friends here the reason I know what but what will I tell my It's easy to say to strangers that we
Anyway, if anybody ever hears you say that Clint couldn't paint, ask him to come and talk to me.
When I smile too high, all the tears inside,
Man alive, this man.
it will bring. Then I'll wander home to a telephone that forgot how to ring. I could say you'll soon be back, dear, to fool the whole town may be smart. I'll tell them you'll be back, dear, but what will I tell my heart?
Yes, I was just talking about that. It made me laugh. God, I came in, I laughed for like 5 minutes before I put it on. I even went out and told Martha, you're not going to believe it was funny. I'm still laughing. Can't miss it. My God. Well, at least that's the best kind of message. Right at you. Oh. God, it was funny as God. Sometimes I wonder if I got a mental block or something. I have to put a sticky note up. No, let's not get this weak. I never saw a guy ever leave so much of his underpainting coming through. It's just astounding. technically there's nothing wrong with that, but Jesus, man.
When I dream of eyes that shine like stars above, say who am I dreaming of, my Rosalie?
It's an unusual technique. I haven't run into it before that I can recall. It certainly wasn't like an old master technique that I can ever remember seeing or doing. He kind of took like the same technique as say Renoir was using, only he really, really pushed it to the limit. I'd never personally kind of seen it, so it's interesting. Now for something completely different.
I have you now right here beside me, and you know how you guide me. I wonder whether we'll be together a year from today. With every tear you shed in sorrow, I always fear about tomorrow. Will we be parted and broken-hearted a year from today? Each time we quarrel, you want to part. I'm so afraid that one day you'll start. For if you did, why, you'd take away my heart with you. But when you cry, when you've relented, why shouldn't I be quite contented? I'll still continue believing in you a year from today. What am I yearning for? Maybe it's love. I'm yearning for more. Maybe it's love. This strange condition came upon me so fast. I got a feeling that I'm falling at last. Something is thrilling me. Maybe it's love. Thrilling me, killing me. Heavens above. What is this thing? I got the symptoms of. Shouldn't wonder, maybe it's love.
Radio Dismuke is a listener-supported service of
come on.
Preservation, a nonprofit organization devoted to bringing the great forgotten music of the past to the attention of new and appreciative modern audiences. If you enjoy the music we present and value the work that we do, please consider giving us your support to whatever degree you're able. Your contribution will not only ensure that the music continues to play for your own enjoyment, you will also be passing on a priceless gift to all those who will discover this wonderful music for the first time as a result of our efforts. For more information, go to www.early1900s.org. That's early1900s.org.
living together or not? Now I ask you, wouldn't it be better to answer my answer as
Yay, Irving Berlin! I love you!
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem sits? Putting on the red spangled gown upon a bevy of high browns from down the levee, all missed it. Putting on the red, that's where each and every loon every Thursday evening with her swell bows rubbing elbows. And see them spend their last 2 bits putting on the red.
Jesus, contaminated paint here.
And then she holds my hand. Cupid takes command.
I'm working from the outside in instead of the inside out here. little unusual to say the least, but it's the only way without getting that oil underpaint I can think. Now I'm sure there's some bright young fella out there, or a young woman, or a young guy, or whatever, who says, wait a minute, I got a better idea, and I'm sure it is. I'm sure there are. But damned if I can think of it. Sorry, folks, for the lack of chatter, but getting the tone just right in this guy is absolutely a job. And considering he did it.
Every honeybee feels with jealousy. When we're passing by, flowers droop inside, and I know the reason why. You're much sweeter, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose. Don't buy sugar, you just have to touch my cup. You're my sugar. When you stir it up, from your tasty lips, the honey valley drip. Affection, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose.
The other thing is, you're putting acrylic on in such light washes that you put it on, you come back, it shows until it dries. You find yourself reapplying paint, and you go, wait a minute. And all of a sudden you go, oh yeah, I guess it, yeah.
Radio Dismuke is now on Facebook. Find us at facebook.com/Radio Dismuke. Streaming the sounds of the 1920s and 1930s around the world 24 hours a day. This is Radio Dismuke. RadioDismuke.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
You'll never get up to heaven that way. Lately I see you show me no attention. You're making me feel blue. Though you are free, I simply want to mention, doesn't seem like you. I know for certain each time that you're with me, you keep on flirting and do it openly. I don't mind flirting, but honey, can't you see? You'll never get up to heaven that way. We make a date, and it's just as sure as fate. You keep me waiting, and though you think it's great, it's aggravating, and I'm here to stay. You'll never get up to heaven that way. If it makes you happy, dear, to keep me feeling blue, go ahead and have your fun. But I'd like to make it clear that everything you do can be done by more than one. The more I miss you, the more you stay away. I only kiss you on every holiday. I kinda wish you would stop this kind of play. You'll never get up to heaven that way. If it makes you happy, dear, to keep me feeling blue,
Days after days after days.
But I'd like to make it clear that everything you do can be done by more than one.
Or I thought Vermeer was
The more I miss you, the more
Jesus.
you stay away.
Nothing on.
I only kiss you on every holiday. I
That's not quite true.
You would stop this kind of play. You'll never get up to heaven that way. I'm saying you'll never get up to heaven that way.
His loving is a thing divine, my man from Caroline. When his lips are close to mine, I quiver up, I shiver up and down my spine, my man from Caroline. He's got that thing in the moonlight, makes the babies sing in the moonlight, like they never did sing in the sunlight. They think they're in heaven. I won't share his love no time. No, because I love him 'cause he's mine, all mine. my man from Caroline.
Oh, creating art. I've been in my zone here. Let me look. Let me take a look. Hold on. Oh man, what a cutie! Nicely done. Damn, you did not. The eyes are good. Oh man, you got her. Absolutely. Nice job. Nice job. Geez, you got her eyes really good. That's always been my thing, is the eyes. But that is really good. Very, very good. You really nailed it. You nailed it, Lottie. Good job. Cucaracha.
Ya no puede caminar porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar. Quisiera hacer perlas finas de los aretes, pa' morderte la orejita y besarte los cachetes. La cucaracha, ya no puede caminar porque no tiene, porque le falta marihuana que fumar. La vida del carretero es una vida muy desgraciada. La vida del carretero es una vida muy desgraciada. Ni come ni bebe a tiempo, ni duerme la madrugada.
No, I really mean it. That's a good job. You know, the soul is seen through the eyes, eh? Once you get the eyes, you're there. I mean it. Really, you did a good job. Because you got her personality, which is tough to do. Trust me, I know. I'm telling you, it's You know the stats on portrait artists, don't you? People who can do portraits? You know, not every artist can do portraits. I know sometimes people think that, but it's not true. Only about 10% can do portraits. The rest do landscapes fine and all that stuff, but they never do a portrait. And you'd be amazed at the big names who never ever did a portrait. It's a separate skill set. And you either got it or you ain't. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. I went to an interesting guy last night from Russell's stream. He wasn't. I went over to say hello, and he wasn't there. But he had on the Wise Carrot. Have you ever looked at his stuff? I went over to Russell's stuff last night, and he wasn't there. And he was hosting a guy called the Wise Carrot. Have you ever seen his stuff? He's the guy I think Russ and him kind of talk, because he was the reason Russ did the watercolor and he did an acrylic. And apparently there was some sort of trading places thing going on, and that was the watercolor portrait thing. So anyway, he was an interesting guy. I like his work, and yeah, it was interesting. I told him if you know Russell, he must be a good guy. But yeah, he was interesting. The wise carrot. Russell knows him. Felt for the guy though. He's working off like a folding picnic table and no space. But it was really interesting, I must admit. Yeah, he's a nice guy too. I talked to him for a while last night. He's doing whoever was the lead in the 300, the movie. He's been doing him in watercolor. Looked pretty good. It's funny, you know how it goes, right? So I've been thinking, just kicking it around about, should I do a watercolor, like on Twitch? And I went, oh, geez, we're doing acrylic and Prisma and all this stuff. So, wouldn't you know it, a watercolor commission came in today. Jeez. You never know, right? You just never know. It's kind of cool though. I like it's a neat project. So I don't think I'll do it online though, because it's just too big to really show you how it's done. It's just big. Big. But I remember when I was in Belize, Christ, one time I did watercolors for like 3 months straight. God, just as a watercolor mania. I don't know what it was, but sometimes you just feel like it, Like, I don't know. Sometimes the urge just hits you. That's it. Put a sunflower on her face. I'll do it. I'm doing all this and losing. Oh, no. Yeah, as soon as you look away, what happens? A little bit more finesse down here. Work this.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
I wonder what I'm doing. I'm trying to get that mottled look. No, I don't use Delling spray to seal it. I only use Delling spray to stop the shine. If you want to just seal it, use workable fixative. If there's no shine, don't worry about it. But you can put a workable fixative on it. Then that'll protect it. You don't need a UV or you don't need a UV blocker because graphite doesn't matter. But I usually use Krylon workable fixative. But yeah, that'll keep it from smudging on you for sure. But you know, if you're in an environment where it's going to get manhandled, just remember there's not much you can do to stop the smudging. If it's getting manhandled, you're SOL. It's happened to me before. What happened? Oh, you know, I passed around the kitchen table wasn't a good idea, you know, like. Years ago, I had a picture that I did, portrait. Everything was great. I mean, and about a month after I finished it, I get a panic phone call. Oh my god! Oh my god! I need to come and see you. Oh, okay. So came over and saw me, and the portrait had a coffee ring on it. Can you imagine? So I looked at it and went, "Are you kidding me?" It was an accident. I said, "Well, where was it?" Because when I do a portrait, I put it in like a clear. They're called crystal clear bags. I put it inside one of those bags. I seal it, then I give it to them. So to look at it, you can see it perfectly. But if you take it out of the bag, all bets are off. Oh, don't use hairspray, man. They got a couple of chemicals in there. It'll make it go yellow, the paper. It won't do it right away, but it will. God, we used to do that in art school because it was cheap. But everything ended up with a... Yeah, the thing is, we used to do it when I was in art school, but years and years ago. Aquanet. Aquanet hairspray. But to be honest with you, it does mess up the work eventually. It's got different chemicals in it. I don't know what's in it, but whatever the chemicals are. I don't think you probably have a problem with graphite. But if you're doing it on pastel or something, oh man.
Yet so far apart.
I think of something else to use. Anyway, the spray isn't that much money. Anyway, I gotta go get something. I'll be right back. I promise. And I'm going to do the eyes. So if you want to see eyes, it's coming. Beautiful eyes at that, too. Right back.
What more is there to say? I'm through at last. What's past is past, folks. Oh, gee, I've had a hectic day. Boy, my hat, please. My cane, my gloves. Have you a cigarette? A light, please. Thanks, buddy. Good night.
Dizzy as I can be. Since the day we've met, I've been all upset. Something's happened to me. All I've got, I find, is a one-track mind. I put my shoe on my head, my hat on my feet, forgetful the whole day through. I can't think of nothing but love, concentrating on you. I put my clothes on the bed and sleep on the seat. I can't figure two and two. Got crazy ways, I'm in a daze, concentrating on you. I had a perfect memory until you came along. Now since your spell is over me, my brain seems all wrong. Sometimes I stand in my flat, don't know where I'm at. I pay bills before they're due. Got you to thank, my mind's a blank, concentrating on you. My shoe on my head, my hat on my feet, forgetful the whole day through. I can't think of nothing but love, concentrating on you. I put my clothes on the bed and sleep on the seat. I can't figure two and two.
Da, da, da. Okay, eyes, folks. Well, the outline of the eyes is ultramarine blue. And before I do that, I'm just going to mix in some more
Are you really ready?
gender into this mixture because I'm going to need it down here.
Let the whole world sigh or cry. I'll be high in the sky, up on top of the rainbow, sweeping the clouds away. I don't care what's down below. Let it rain, let it snow. I'll be up on a rainbow, sweeping the clouds away.
Okay, Excitement City here.
Fighters who always win are those who can take it right on the chin. And
I'm going to need a little of this and a little bit of that.
everyone, find your place.
Okay.
In the sun.
Now we're going to play Go Come Find Me. Ah!
Sweeping the clouds away.
Lucked out. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you buy. Oh, sorry, I just gonna. Yeah, Workable Fixes is made by Cryline. You get it in any art store. Cryline Workable Fixes. Somebody else makes it too, but I don't know who. There's more than one brand, but that's just the one I'm most familiar with. Oh, Lord. Man. This is where we separate the sheep from the goats. You can get the eyes right. You're laughing.
I'll be high in the sun, up on top of a rainbow, sweeping the clouds away. I don't care what's down below. I'll be on the rainbow, sweeping the clouds away. So I shout to everyone, find your place in the sun, up on the clouds away.
Every time I do one of these pictures, you know, I think of the hypocrisy of the Nazis. It's okay to murder these people, but if you had a portrait of one, that was okay. Jesus, eh? Unbelievable.
What could I do? I'm at the mercy of you. My fears are never through. I worry so 'cause you know how I love you. One day I'm happy, next day I'm blue. I'm so afraid.
Da, da, da. Da, da. Nope. Da, da. And don't let this freak you. Wonder painting.
You are listening to Radio Dismuke.
RadioDismuke.com. HappyMusicRadio.com. Bit of hazel. You see, I put the little bit of ultramarine on here, and where I'm mixing it, I'm getting that hazel green.
Wherever there's a will, there's a way.
What I want.
Now, you know that Rome wasn't built in a day, was it, baby? Although you're someone else's now, I'll get you yet. Yes, that's my vow. Speaking of love,
Brightness. Don't have to. Don't have to hit it with a sledgehammer.
And I intend to get you a bus. Yes, I do, baby. Someday you'll be mine, but you know it's going to But wherever there's a will, there's a way, my baby.
Oh, screwed me over there. Okay. I want these eyes so real that it's spooky. Now, in the girl with the pearl earring, you have to kind of do the eyes exactly right, or it doesn't look right. But the one I did of Nefertiti, I did that artist trick to make the makes the makes the eye follow you around the room. It always freaks people out, breaks me up. How come everywhere I go she's looking at me? Well, maybe it's really alive. It's alive! Oh, God. Now I'll go in with a little bit of Now I go back in with the yellow because I've got the greens. I want to lighten that up. That gives me lighter green. Again is what I'm looking for. Nice hazel eyes.
Once I thought we'd be the kind of sweethearts no one else could ever come between. Now I know we're not the same old sweethearts. Someone else has stepped into the scene. I love you and so does he. You're in love but not with me. I know two is company, but three's a crowd. Every time that he's with you, little things you say and do seem to tell.
You go over the pupil when you're doing this. Don't worry about it much.
I don't want
go back and place it.
Someone else's clover. Happiness for two you found, and I'm the one. We can still be friends, you say. Yet I
a little bit darker.
I would just be in the way, 'cause three's a crowd.
Actually, it's much easier to do eyes really well with acrylic than oil. Because with oil, each layer stays wet. So if you screw up, or you have to clean it off. I mean, it's not the end of the world by any means, but it's just a pain. A pain, Lottie, a pain. Back into some yellow. A little bit too much, maybe. I'm using a cad yellow in here because I want the coverage. Tricky. As he did is he put a little bit of. This is an old painter's trick from the 1900s. They put a little bit of red into the eye like that, because you know the red would give the appearance of life. As a matter of fact, Volé, or Vol, whatever you want to call him, great French painter. If you look at his painting of Baroness Stroganova, fabulous painting. I did it years and years ago. Fabulous painting. His highlights in the eye were actually red. So it looked like she had red eye. And he had done it in order to at the time in his day, you did that to show there was life in the eye. So it was a different. I mean, there was no cameras, obviously, so that was what they did. Just shows you, like, kind of makes me laugh, when you see, remember when the cameras, no red eye, it takes the red eye out. Yeah, but you don't remember, do you? There was a time. There was a time.
Georgia, gentle to the ladies all the time.
Let me tell you.
When it comes to loving, he's a real professor. Yes, sir, just amazing Dixie Valentine. Oh, see those Georgia peaches hanging round him now.
And after doing the painting, I did it exactly painting. And the person who bought it said to me, "Why did you give her red eye?" They loved the painting, but they said, "I don't understand why would you do the red eye?" I had to explain it to them. That's the correct way to paint it. That painting's rarely been seen outside of Russia, and I just lucked into an old plate of the painting. Very, very rarely seen. And I found it, and I went, "Oh, wow. That's a vole," because nobody had really seen it for years and years. And, man, it was a great work. Just loved doing it. It was just, labor of love. It was just... And I guess, she would have been about, probably 16 or so. Beautiful skin tones, and I really enjoyed doing that painting.
Georgia, he gentle to ladies all the time. When it comes to loving, there's not a thing that he don't know. I'm talking about that man from Georgia. Sentimental gentleman from Georgia, yowza, Georgia, yowza, Georgia. I'm talking about that man from Georgia.
Radio Dismuke is a listener-supported service of early 1900s music preservation, a nonprofit organization devoted to bringing the great forgotten music of the past to the attention of new and appreciative modern audiences. If you enjoy the music we present and value the work that we do, please consider giving us your support to whatever degree you're able. Your contribution will not only ensure that the music continues to play for your own enjoyment, you will also be passing on a priceless gift to all those who will discover this wonderful music for the first time as a result of our efforts. For more information, go to www.early1900s.org. That's early1900s.org.
Hey, what's going on here? No.
Safe in your arms, held by your charms, how happy I could be. Safe, you as my God, how happy I could be. Down Lover's Lane, little men, we'd be together, away from the rest. Safe in blue skies above, how happy I could be.
I'm telling you, there's nothing easy with this guy. More tricks up his sleeve than Planters has peanuts. Which is okay. I mean, I like it. Jesus. Just realized what happened. Whitey, whitey. Damn. What the hell is going on?
Now there's a cat in the neighborhood. You better watch that cat, or he ain't no good. What I do? 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 I don't dance.
I'm going to kick up the grain a bit. Get a fighter off the mighty color.
I can't dance. You can't dance. Watch that kitty. He ain't no good. He ain't no good. What I do? What I do? What I do? I can't dance. Oh, you can't dance. I can't dance. You can't dance. Yeah.
Slightly luminous.
I can't dance. Gotta answer my pants. I can't dance. Gotta answer my pants. Now there's a kitty in the neighborhood. You better watch that cat. Oh, he ain't no good. What I do? What I do? What I do? What I do?
And I think I'm going to go into a little bit of Hooker's Green too. Where are you, Hooker?
Gotta answer my pants.
Hooker? Hello? Where are you? Yes, there we go. Or yellow, just dying on me. Da, 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 da.
March winds and April showers make way for sweet May flowers, and then comes June, a moon and you. March winds and April showers, romance will soon be ours, an outdoor paradise for two. With your lips to mine, in a thrill divine, I'll be so inclined that I'll get you the moon for a toy balloon. Whoa, March winds and April showers make way for happy hours, and May time, June time, love time and you.
Now I gotta go in and you get a down toning here. Where the lid of the eye shadows it.
This long as I can be. Now I got a heart like rock in the sea. And feed my soul, my baby's trying to feed me. Got this long as I can get. Oh, baby, Brother Citizen. Oh, Peachy Conger just swung out for you there. All right, Brother Pratt, let's go there, son. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, now, Brown. Give me some of this.
Come on, laddie, clean yourself off when you rush in the water. That would be nice.
What more can I say? Never knew how much you meant to me till I went away. It's my fault, all my fault, that we're apart. I'd give anything if I could be back with you, sweetheart. If I told a lie, if I made you cry when I said goodbye.
Their bingo sings again.
Sorry from the bottom of my heart, dear. I apologize if I caused you pain. I know I'm to blame. I must have been insane. Believe me, from the bottom of my heart, dear, I apologize. I realize I've been unfair to you. Please let me make amends. Don't say that you forgot the love we knew. After all, we were more than friends. If I've made you blue, I've had heartaches too. Now I beg of you, forgive me. From the bottom of my heart, dear, I apologize.
Dun, 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 dun.
From the bottom of my heart, dear, I apologize. I realize I've been unfair to you. Please let me make amends. Don't say that you forgot the love we knew. After all, more than friends. If I've made you blue, say I've had heartaches too. Now I beg of you, forgive me. From the bottom of my heart, dear, I apologize.
And now, folks, sit back in your chairs. Relax.
I know that's a little confusing there with the white of the eye, but see what's going to happen.
And sisters, won't you hear my preaching? Hear my preaching too. All brothers and all you sisters, what that good book's teaching ain't been reaching you. Oh, look here, sister, you strut that aisle, all dressed up to kill with style. Then you wink your eye and smile. Is that religion? Now there's one thing I do despise. You catch your deacon's eyes, why, that's where his weakness lies. Is that religion? Then you get your parson vexed, why, you got him so perplexed that his mind ain't on his text. Is that religion? Now there's some cheating gonna be did. Yes, 'cause you all done took off the lid, trying to get your parson to skid. Now listen, is that religion? You wink your eye and smile, is that religion? Now there's one thing I do despise. You catch your deacon's eye, and that's where his weakness lies. Is that religion? Now you see your parson vexed. Why, you have got him so perplexed that his mind ain't on his text. Is that religion? Hallelujah. Now there's some cheating gonna be did, and we all done took off the lid, trying to get your parson to skid. Is that religion? I want to ask you something, boys. Do you think it's right to keep shooting those dice on Sunday when you got
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday too?
Yes. You mean to tell me that it's religion to keep on stealing from your brethren?
Well, Parson, we're confessing.
Well, that's better. Look, here's my gold watch. Now I know that you surely have got that religion.
Children got rhythm, folks push away the blues. All got children got trouble. Trouble don't mean a thing. Oh, when they start to go hurdy, hurdy, ho, trouble's bound to go away. Say, all got children got swing.
Dun, dun.
Radio Dismuke is now on Facebook. Find us at facebook.com/Radio.
Streaming the sounds of the 1920s and 1930s around the world 24 hours a day. This is Radio Dismuke. RadioDismuke.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
cafe on the road to Calais. Sherry, were you just fooling me when you said oui, oui? In a cafe on the road to Calais, you promised me that you'd be true the day we said adieu. Was I the only one you gave your precious kisses to? Daddy, will I return to find just a memory? In a cafe on the road to Calais.
Need atmosphere when they're making love. They say old Mother Nature makes love grand. I've got my own idea pertaining to love. If you're a Romeo, you'll understand. It isn't the paddle, it's not the canoe. It isn't the river, the skies that are blue. It isn't the love that brings joy to you. It's the girl. It's the girl. It isn't the brooklet that you wander to. It isn't the mountains, the flowers or dew. It isn't the love nest that brings love to you. It's the girl. It's the girl. Even though at times you often doubt them, what a lonely world would be without them. It isn't the songbird, the song that they sing. It isn't the sunshine that makes you love spring. So what is this magic that makes love the thing? It's the girl. It's the girl. Skies that are blue. It isn't the starlight encouraging you. It isn't the June night makes you bill and coo. It's the girl, oh boy, it's the girl. It isn't the cricket, the buzzing of bees. It isn't the birdies that chirp in the trees. It isn't because you are feeling a breeze. It's the girl, oh boy, it's the girl. If it storms, you never feel the raindrops. You don't even care just when the rain stops. It isn't the weather that governs the case. It can't take a slow pulse and quicken its pace. It isn't surroundings, the time or the place. It's the girl, oh boy, it's the girl.
tip them all over.
Me, oh my, can't be jolly. Feel so wrong. 'Cause what'll I do if the Mississippi goes dry? What my sweetie told me gave me a scare. She told me that she loved me as long as that river was there. I got worries, I could cry, but what'll I do?
Oh, you.
Told me, gave me a scare. She told me she'd love me as long as that river was there.
We've got trouble, double. What business, ooh?
Hey, listen, you fellas don't come into the second chorus.
Oh, Ray, I want to sing the first chorus.
You're double trouble to me.
Yes, sir, Mr. Noble.
Yes, sir, Mr. Noble. Yes, sir, Mr. Noble.
Oh, why, yes.
Can we sing now, Ray?
No?
Well, what about now?
No?
Now, Ray.
All right, then.
I've got trouble, double trouble. What a business, ooh. One girl's a headache, but I'm in love with two. If I choose one, then I lose one. Such a business, ooh. Why should I suffer? My heart's big enough for two. I can talk with them. I can walk all around with them. Even spoon with them. But I can't go on a honeymoon with them. That's my trouble, double trouble. I don't know what to do. I'm crazy as a cuckoo, crying doo 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 doo. They say that when a highbrow meets a lowbrow walking along Broadway, soon the highbrow, he has no brow, ain't it a shame? And you're to blame. What's the use of prohibition? You produce the same condition. Crazy, I've gone crazy too. Now I feel like the Emperor Nero when Rome was a very hot town. Father Nicolaito, you'll have to forgive me. I play while your city burns down. Through all its nightlife I fiddle away. It's not the right life to think of the pay. And someday I will bid it goodbye. I'll put my fiddle away and I'll say, praise the rhythm, here's the doorway. I'll go my way, you'll go your way. Praise the rhythm, from now on we're through. Here is where we have a showdown. You see, I'm too high-hat and you're too low down. Praise the rhythm, here's goodbye to you. They say that when a highbrow meets a lowbrow, walking along Broadway.
Yes, thank you, Art Galaxy.
Well, you're to blame. What's the use of prohibition? You produce the same condition. Praise the rhythm, I've gone crazy too.
Well, now it's time to put the highlights in. So for that, I'm going to need my... It wouldn't be so sad if I didn't have 2 tubes of white here.
I'll go my way, you go your way. Praise rhythm, from now on we're through. Absolutely finished. Here's where we have a showdown.
Got some transparent on it.
Here's goodbye to you. They say that when a highbrow meets a lowbrow, walking along Broadway, soon the highbrow, he has no brow.
I want to get some transparent white on it, just to get some lightness in it.
Praise the rhythm, I've gone crazy too.
Just a tad.
You know, everybody likes Horlicks, and it's a mighty fine late evening drink because it won't keep you awake later, as so many beverages do.
And there's a mighty good point, folks. One reason why Horlicks is such a wonderful drink to serve in the evening. Far from keeping you awake later, Horlicks before going to bed relaxes and soothes, helps you to fall asleep easily and quickly. And Horlicks is such a delicious, refreshing drink. As Tom Baldwin said, everybody loves Horlicks malted milk. You can get Horlicks, you know, in either natural or chocolate flavor.
There she be. There they be.
What matter, my dear, if you're not sincere?
love. This must be heaven.
Heaven. Godfrey, there, you know what I'm looking at? Entire bag of elastic bands on the shelf at eye level, sitting down. There must be 1,000 of them in that bag.
Love each other, how long will it last? You are like a burning flame to me. Will you always be the same to me? Though I taste your kisses, how long will they last? Whatever you may do, this heart of mine is true. I'll still believe in you. Though love go past, with you happiness and bliss of all my troubles seem to disappear. Yet my constant fear is how long will it last?
You are listening to Radio Dismuke.
RadioDismuke.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
My baby said yes, yes. I'm glad she said yes, yes. Instead of no, no. Next Sunday, I didn't say Monday. It's gotta be Sunday. We're ready to go. So Tata, we're gonna go gaga. My baby loves gaga. She told me so. Yes. My baby said yes, yes. I'm glad she said yes, yes. Instead of no, no.
Really?
Why, oh why do I keep sighing sadly? Why, you're the why, the wherefore, and the who.
run away gladly. But the mischief done that no one else can undo. What did you want to make me love you for? Why do you never kiss me at my door? Say it wouldn't kill you to get familiar, baby. Baby, why do you always tip your hat and say goodnight just when you ought to kiss and hug me tight? Oh, don't be that way and leave me this way, baby. Now listen, I'm like a sailor who's lost at sea, and you are the sail that I see. Oh, where can your sympathy be doing this to me? Oh, gee. Now that you've got me in a grand uproar, what in the world you got those two arms for? What did you wanna, oh, what did you wanna ever make love you for? We often park in your Chevrolet. The weather is balmy and fair, but ain't we got icicles there? Oh, you're a Frigidaire, I swear. What do I have to sit and worry for? Maybe I won't be happy anymore. Oh, honey, what did you wanna ever make me love you for?
Oh, get it. Dun, dun. dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun.
I sigh for your love, but you say no. You play so hard to get. Honey, don't be so unkind. You're all I have on my mind. Love you, love you, love you, honest I do. Sweetness, I love you truly. Need you, need you, need you, indeed I do. Say that you need me too. When you're near me, sweetness, I wear a smile. But when I'm without you, nothing's worthwhile. Tell me, tell me, tell me, sweetness, do you love me as I love you?
Radio Dismuke is a listener-supported service of early 1900s music preservation, a nonprofit organization devoted to bringing the great forgotten music of the past to the attention of new and appreciative modern audiences. If you enjoy the music we present and value the work that we do, please consider giving us your support to whatever degree you're able. Your contribution will not only ensure that the music continues to play for your own enjoyment, you will also be passing on a priceless gift to all those who will discover this wonderful music for the first time as a result of our efforts. For more information, go to www.early1900s.
You're blind. Yes. I saw that. I should show you the bag, but I wasn't so goddamn lazy. I got up and showed it to you. Hold on. You'll see it soon enough. There's some residual Payne's gray in the brush.
Oh, it may be awfully good for you, but it's so bad for Some things in life are not free. So it's a bit of good and it's so bad for me. Good for you, bad for me. Bad for good, good for bad, bad for me. Bad for me, good for what? Good, bad for me.
Has the most complex goddamn patterns of light going down the river. Well, I gotta push her out now. No, out. There we go. Ah, yes, that's what I wanted in. Give her the most unusual, clavicle too, you know. Saved.
It is my fate, I find, to dream of you. But in this state of mind, I'm blue. For when I wake at dawn, you disappear. That's why I say to you, now that you're near, here is my heart, here is my hand, here's all my love at your command. Here are my arms, and how they long for you. Here are two lips that sing a song for you. Why should we part into the night when every song is delight? Ours is the power to share heaven above. Here is my heart, my love.
Now, in my sketch, I went up too high here. I really did. Oh, wait. Oh, well. Yeah, it does go there. Brain wasn't paying. Oh, no big deal. Oh.
I've heard about you, each word about you, that everyone has spoken. And from the things I hear, I should be careful, dear. They come and find me, and then remind me of all the hearts you've broken. But I'm in love with you, so what am I to do? I'm playing with fire. I'm going to get burned. I know it, but what can I do? I know my heart must be content to go where it is sent, although I may repent when I'm through. But what can I do? I'm playing with fire. I'm going to get...
Well, leave it to me. Figure out it done.
Go rounding with you, but I go.
He's got that complex
with my eyes open.
Complex combination again. I'm gonna have to go over it with ochre and red and white. Anyhow, whoa! That was what you meant by saved. I wasn't listening to the Blue Jay game. Damn, they're on a roll. hope they save some of this for October. Shit. Eight to 4 over Cleveland. Man, that's good.
You can do it nice, you won't have to do it but once or twice. In advance, you can always chance that once or twice. It's a crying shame to have the name of trying to do it 4 or 5 times. Take my advice, do it once or twice, you'll be feeling mighty fine. You can love her nice, you won't have to do it but once or twice. A kiss from the soul and story told about once or twice. Of course you know you need a red-hot flat, a beautiful girl, and it's tight like that. But you won't have to do it but once or twice. Oh, do it.
just realized.
Here comes the sun. Open your sleepy eyes, look at the flame. Here comes the sun. Turn your back on the night. Morning cheerful and bright. Not a shadow in your way. This day is your day. Wake with the singing birds. Shout out those lucky words. Here comes the sun. Lovers are hand in hand. This is the promised land. Daydreams are spun. Laugh, your sorrow is over. The battle is won. Life's no gloomy race. Life, your happy face. Here comes the sun.
Well, I hope they can keep it up. They don't get injuries and all that crap that you cripples them all. You know, there was a time there I was advocating a public hanging in the middle of the Skydrome for the 7th inning stretch. And I thought we could hang Cito Gaston. Thought that would be a good idea. You know, get everybody revved up. Hang 'em! Let 'em swing! You know, Cito's old now, so who cares?
Have you ever stood beneath the six-feet sky? Seen those steamboats with their coffers loaded high? Watched a happy husky dusky having fun, toiling daily in the blazing sun. He's just a stevedore down on the Swanee shore, working and singing a song. His dusky brow is wet, he doesn't mind a sweat, a scuffling all the day long. See his ragtime shuffling gait, happy 'cause he's handling freight. The levee's heaven for the dusty stevedore, working and singing a song.
That's what I used to tell the mayor, you know, nothing brings people out to an event more than a public hanging.
Shouts the mammy, shoots the Sammy, move them bales away. Broke the stitches, need new bridges, move them bales away. Landlord says he's coming back, once to rent or once to shack. That ain't funny, I need money, move them bales away. He's just a stevedore down on the Swanee shore, working and singing a song. His dusty brown with doesn't mind the a scuffling all the day long. See his ragtime shuffling gait, happy 'cause he's handling freight. The levee's hailing for the dusky stevedore, working and singing a song. Working and singing a song.
Radio Dismuke is now on Facebook. Find us at facebook.com/Radio Dismuke.
Streaming the sounds of the 1920s and 1930s around the world 24 hours a day. This is Radio Dismuke. RadioDismuke.com. HappyMusicRadio.com.
my fingers, strutting like a peacock, feeling like a millionaire. I'm gonna stomp my feet, I'm gonna whistle a tune, strutting like a peacock, feeling like a millionaire. She says she loves me, oh what a big surprise. You know I love her, you can tell it by my eyes. I'm gonna clap my hands, I'm gonna snap my fingers, strutting like a peacock, feeling like a millionaire.
Okay.
Away in second-handed clothes. Where are we bound for? Nobody knows. Even though we're short of dough, we've got a lot of pep, nothing to wait for. We're ready to step. Where do we go? What do we care? We'll be in clover when we're there. Marching along together, sharing every smile and tear. Marching along together, whistling till the skies are clear. Swing along the highway, over the road that's wide. Without a bugle, without a drum, we mean to chase the jinx. Oh, rum-ti-diddly, here we come, we're happy hinky-dinks. Marching along together, life is wonderful side by side.
all pokeroos. About time for me to pick up my skates and go home. I've done the upper body, and I have done the well, good night all. Have a good one. We shall see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock. And Adele Bauer will be closer to completion. As soon as we get the body in, we're starting on the gold. So if you want to learn how to paint gold, stay tuned.
Low down upon the heart.
Going to be interesting.
Are few.
Got the eyes, mouth in tonight. Finished the face. Got the chest in. Nice work.
Mister, do they love to strut their stuff?
Anyhow,
Mister, do they ever get enough?
have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Where is every day
Good night.
a tidy heyday?